Hey, what's up everybody? How are you guys doing? I know I haven't uploaded in a long time and I've been absent from YouTube for quite a while, and I just needed to collect myself and just find myself and find my purpose and go through life, because 2018 was just a crazy year and I just had to get myself together mentally and let life take its toll. I had to find myself and just do what I had to do. I know I'm definitely not alone when it comes to having a crazy 2018, because I genuinely feel 2018 was a year of confrontation and acceleration. Some with mental like me, some with physical, and some with both physical and mental. You're going through a whole mental change. You have to change from the inside out, and some people already went through that, and everybody has different phases in their life. And they didn't have to go through the whole mental change, and they didn't have to draw out their bad habits, or they didn't have to stop hanging around the wrong people who were just not taking them where they needed to be. And 2018 for me was just the year of mental building, mental breakdowns, just like breaking bad habits away. And it was just a crazy year. And sometimes we go through things so that our future self can benefit from it, and we can use our pain for our future successes. You need to experience loss in order to be buried and grow and flourish and to be who you're really called to be. When confrontation arises, people become stagnant because they don't know how to maneuver it, and they don't know how to acknowledge the confrontation and the bad habits that they need to draw out, or the people they need to stop hanging around with, or the bad things that they're doing that they shouldn't be doing, that it is ultimately causing them harm more than good. And this year I really come to terms with my relationship with God, and I reconnected with him, and I've learned that religion isn't really all that. And it's all about having a personal relationship with God. And don't let people who are part of a religion try to tell you that, oh, you need to do this or do that in order to follow God. And it's not really like that. I've dealt with a lot this year, like a lot. Like, I've dealt with drawing out my bad habits. I've dealt with dwelling on the past, and I've dealt with an eating disorder, and I've dealt with disappointments and job loss and friend loss and opportunities given away and taken away. I've dealt with inconsistent compensation. I've dealt with heartbreak and depression. I've dealt with isolation, loss of motivation. Girl, I've gone through it all 2018. But honestly, I'm grateful for it, because I wouldn't be the person that I was today and who I am now, because I've become like mentally stronger, and I know how to maneuver certain situations, and I know how to discern what's for me and what's not for me, who's for me and who's against me. I just learned who I was, and I found my purpose. And I struggled a lot the past year, 2018, of people telling me who I was, and I allowed them to. And by the end, I really gained my voice, and I'm so happy with that. I've struggled a lot with people trying to tell me who I was and caring about what other people thought of me or what they said about me. And this year really made me strong enough to understand that their opinions don't really matter, and people's opinions on you and what they think of you, it doesn't really matter, because that's not truly who you are. And people's understanding of you is only how far as how much they have met you, if that makes sense. So yeah, and quite frankly, at the moment, I didn't know who I really was. And that's the reason why people told me who I was. Because I didn't know who I was yet, a lot of people just assumed that it was okay to tell me who I was. And it's not okay. And this year it really gave me a voice, and it just gave me insight to who I really was and what my calling in life is. Although I went through a lot of hell in 2018, I learned a lot as well. I already said I strengthened my relationship with God, which I'm so grateful for. I've learned that friends are either for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. I haven't found any lifetime friends, but I have a lot of living to do, so hopefully I find one. And I found my purpose in life. I stopped caring what other people thought of me or said about me. I figured out what caused my eating disorder. I rekindled old passions that I've had. I finally acknowledged my need to be in the fitness industry and be a trainer. I stopped dwelling on the past and forgave people who have hurt me for myself, so that I can move on. I learned the difference between being busy and being productive. I learned not to compare myself to others. I learned how to put my pride aside because we all struggle in some way. And a lot of my bad habits were confronted and I learned how to break them off. So I'm actually really, really, really like happy that this year was so tough for me because it really strengthened me. And now I know who I am, what my calling is, and now I can, upload regularly, and I know what I'm doing in life. And I don't know, I just really needed that year of downtime just to get my life together, get snatched up by the Lord, and yeah, that's really it. So that's really an update. Happy New Year to you. I have a whole bunch of content coming up, and yeah, just be really excited. I have a whole bunch of stuff lined up for you, and yeah, we're gonna have a great year. I hope that you guys have learned to use your pain and use your struggles and use it for your benefit, and take all those things that you've learned from those hard times and use it for some situations that are coming in your future, because you're always going to need that experience in order for you to get to the next level, if that makes sense. So yeah, I really do hope that everyone has a amazing 2019. I can't wait to, build this YouTube back up and just flourish, And yeah, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let's build this YouTube channel up and let's get this show on the road.